What if I told you the holiday you enjoy on 1st May was paid for with blood? What if I told you workers were shot, arrested, and even executed just for demanding 8 hours of work? And what if I told you, even today in 2026, millions of workers are still fighting the same battle? This is not just a holiday. This is the story of sacrifice. This is the story of rebellion. This is the story of Labor Day. And by the end of this video, you will never see 1st May the same way again. Part 1. The World Before Labor Rights. Let's go back to the 1800s. The Industrial Revolution had transformed the world. Factories were booming. Machines were louder than human voices. Cities were growing fast. But behind the smoke and steel, workers were suffering. 12 to 16 hours of work per day, 6 to 7 days a week. No safety laws, no minimum wage, no job security, child labor everywhere. Children as young as 8 years old worked in factories. Workers were treated like machines. If you complained, you were replaced. There were no labor laws, no unions, no protection. And then, people had enough. Part 2. The Spark. 8-hour work demand. Workers began demanding something simple. 8 hours for work. 8 hours for rest. 8 hours for what we will. It sounds normal today. But in the 1880s, it was revolutionary. On May 1st, 1886, thousands of workers across America went on strike. The epicenter? Chicago. Over 300,000 workers protested nationwide. Factories stopped. Railways slowed. The system shook. But then, everything changed. Part 3. The Haymarket Incident. On May 4th, 1886, a peaceful rally was held at Haymarket Square in Chicago. Workers were protesting police violence against strikers. The gathering was peaceful. Then suddenly, a bomb exploded. Chaos erupted. Police started firing. Workers ran. Gunshots filled the air. Nobody knows who threw the bomb, but the government needed someone to blame. Several labor activists were arrested. 4 were executed, not because they threw the bomb, but because they were leaders of the labor movement. They became martyrs, and the world was watching. Part 4. How the world responded. 3 years later, in 1889, an International Workers' Congress in Paris declared May 1st would become a global day for workers. Thus began International Workers' Day. It spread across Europe, then Asia, then Latin America. Today, more than 80 countries officially observe Labor Day on 1st May. But here's the twist. The United States does not celebrate Labor Day on 1st May. They celebrate it in September. Why? To distance themselves from the Haymarket tragedy and socialist movements. History is political. Even holidays are political. Part 5. Labor Day in Pakistan. In Pakistan, Labor Day is a public holiday. Rallies are organized. Speeches are delivered. Slogans are raised. But let's ask honestly, have workers truly received justice? Minimum wage struggles, inflation rising, contract labor exploitation, overseas workers facing abuse, daily wage earners with no safety net, millions still live paycheck to paycheck. The spirit of 1886 still lives, because the fight is not over. Part 6, Modern Slavery. We think exploitation ended. But did it? Today, gig workers work without benefits. Delivery riders risk their lives. Factory workers in developing countries earn very little. AI and automation threaten millions of jobs. The form has changed. The struggle remains. Now it's not just about 8 hours. It's about dignity, fair wages, health insurance, work-life balance. Part 7. Why Labor Day Still Matters. Imagine one day, all workers stop working. No drivers, no cleaners, no electricians, no factory workers, no nurses, no mechanics. Within 24 hours, cities would collapse. Hospitals would struggle. Transportation would stop. Supply chains would freeze. Workers are not low-level. They are the backbone of society. Labor Day reminds us rights were not given. They were taken and through sacrifice. So next time you enjoy a holiday on May 1st, remember the workers of 1886. Remember the blood in Chicago. Remember the martyrs who fought for 8 hours. And ask yourself, are workers today truly free? Or are we just living in a more polished system of control? Because Labor Day is not about rest. It is about resistance.